Hello, Internet, and welcome to Aeos, our weekly Dungeons and Dragons game. We are so excited to be back because we missed last week and we missed all of you, and we are ready to get going because there's a lot of crazy shit going on. I'm not gonna go through all of our announcements. You can see our schedule below. There's not a whole lot of new stuff going on this week, except if you are in the mood on Friday at 3 o'clock, yeah, 3 o'clock Eastern time, you can check out Savannah is running a brand new game on Encounter Roleplay. It's called Diesel Punks. It is a Fallout inspired, powered by the Apocalypse game, and that's going to be running every week for the next 8 weeks. Right, 8 weeks over on Encounter Roleplay every Friday. I know things. I remember things. High five. Anyway, so that's going on. Otherwise, the schedule is as it always is. And yeah, Alex, do you want to do our recap before we get started?
Sure. So I completely forgot what happened because that's what happens when you don't play for a week. But previously on Aeos, we went and saw the aftermath of what the four horse dudes did as they left. We thought it was Finn who went splat, found out it was just Darkassin, and he came back from it. He was dead, but he got better. Um, then we went in and started exploring the library. Found lots and lots and lots of books. Curiosity doesn't have enough time to read all the books, but we're going to try and get her some time. There was this weird projector thing with some maps that we eventually figured out, and that showed us where the various different artifacts belonging to the four horse dudes were, one of which turned out to be right in the lake next to our town and in a few other key locations throughout the world. Um, what else? We found out there was some weird magic butterflies flitting around in the library and some ghosty things, and eventually it opened a portal, and Leo came back, who's now, I think he ended up being like young, early 20s or something. He's past teenage stage. But as he arrived, he also told us basically because we've opened this doorway, lots of other portals, like the barrier between planes and dimensions is thinner. And we, right when he showed up, our town was under attack by a bunch of undead and fiends and stuff, but also some big giant Cerberuses, or Kerberos if we're doing the full on Greek thing. I don't know. But the Stygian guy, the jerk who has imposed a fake princess at Karathor, came to attack us because he wanted Leo and the four horse dudes so he could steal their magic. We told him they GTFO'd, so he GTFO'd but left his monsters, which we fought off and saved the town. Then we went to check out the nearby artifact in the lake by us, or rather, Curiosity did with her new posse of skeletons, and found that there is an underwater temple down in the lake, seemingly populated by a bunch of angry fish people. So, as we debated what to do about that, Folan also let us know that he had apparently received a job offer, I guess, about pulling another heist. And that is where we left off. And since we all have inspiration, you, the chat, get inspiration. Yay!
Hi. So yeah, I believe the last thing we spoke about was there was the potential for like a week's downtime if people wanted to get stuff done, considering you just saved the town, you got a new library. Colin wanted to follow up more on finding information about this mysterious letter. Um, yeah, what does this want to get done in downtime?
Between looking up or reaching out for information on that, the skeletons and zombies and stuff that you raise, curiosity, those stay even when the spell ends. They just aren't under your control, right?
That's correct, sir.
Should we build like
A
a
pen.
kennel for your undead,
Can we?
like a stable for them?
It's your town.
Yes.
Yeah, Folan wants to head up construction on a stable for the skeletons, I guess. Currently, that's what we're working with.
Yeah, they're skeletons.
Okay.
Why are we wanting to keep the undead?
Well, curiosity makes use of them, but based on my understanding, she can only control so many at a time. But once she brings them back, they're back. They just stop listening to her. Except for Charlie. Charlie's a special one.
He's very special. And it's hard to find. Well, it's hard to find decent intact bodies. So I like to keep the ones I do find.
You know, I was thinking that people tend to sort of freak out when they see the skeletons running around, you know, like white
I don't
bones, all
know
that sort of stuff.
why.
What if we painted them? Like something festive.
I like that. Maybe like put some streamers on them or something. Put a little candy in the rib cage.
Well, I don't think we want kids reaching their hands in there.
No, then people will hit those and they'll fall apart. I
But-
am sort of halfway between thinking that could be very endearing or incredibly grotesque.
Don't you think that's like desecrating the bodies? More than it already is.
Just paint.
Well, at least with these ones, you know, Stygian brought the skeletons to us already. It's not like these were bodies that we knew before.
Well, also, if we painted them like black or something, and then you put a cloak over them, it's going to be hard for anyone to tell that they're not a person underneath there. Might be easier for traveling around with them.
True.
Though I do
Yeah,
think
that's
we
a good idea.
Yeah. Though when they're not in use and, you know, just hanging out, put a bell on them so they don't sneak up on anyone.
That's also a good idea. Like cats.
Yes, sort of. Angry cats that rattle when they walk.
Goes to spend enough time around curiosity, you come around to her utilitarian idea of how to use the undead.
The person's not in there anymore. Their soul's moved on, and I would think if we were worried about desecrating anything, it would be somebody's souls rather than some bones they weren't using anymore.
It's kind of just not natural, and that's what I have a problem with.
How so?
Well, they're supposed to be dead, yes?
They are.
So shouldn't they remain in the ground so that their nutrients can, like, fill the earth?
Well, the bones
But if
aren't
you
really going to provide much extra. The stuff that's going to help the plants is already sort of rotted away.
And if you think about it, magic is a part of nature.
It's a school
It's
of
an
magic like any
extension.
other. Functions
Magic
the
brought
same
them
way.
back. Who are we to say what's natural?
I'm a satyr.
And? Volan's a Shadok Eye. Are you more natural than him?
Aren't his people from, like, they were taken by the Raven Queen and changed?
I don't know. Volan's from Carothor.
Is that the backstory on you, Folan? Were you kidnapped by the Raven Queen?
Not me personally,
You should
no.
start telling people you were.
I
Apparently, she
wouldn't
didn't
mess with
want
the
me.
Raven Queen.
So what makes you more natural than any of us?
Oh, I'm not natural to this plane at all.
Okay, then maybe you should go home. You see, it's not very nice when people say things like that.
No, it's not.
And I don't mean that. But that's what it sounds like when people say things like that.
Just keeps hammering.
Just still building the staples.
Carly's bringing in the big logs of the trees.
He's so strong.
And why don't you just just end their life right now and just carry the bones around and summon them when you need them? And just have a little bone bag and just be like, skeleton.
So I might do that with some of them.
Could you command them to kind of shamble, to fall apart and come back?
I don't. Well, that's not what shambling means.
But you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, I suppose. Why
You
not?
know, if we let the enchantment go off on them and we have them all contained in the stable, we can all beat them up and unlock our rings more for those of us who have to do damage to them because they'll be hostile then, right?
Technically.
There's a little subclause in that contract with the ring where it must be a unique enemy each time. Like, there's only so much one enemy can give you.
Barry doesn't want us using the cheese methods. They haven't been patched out yet.
Magic. New update coming through. Just this patch is downloading.
I'm EdgeBoy55. Here's my exploit of our current skeleton hack, Farm Infinite XP.
We level up again. Yay.
Though I will say they don't possess any healing properties or anything like that, so if you break them, they'll remain broken. Which would be sad.
Do we have an
So-
extra bag of holding you could put their remains in? No. And what idea was that? You look very taken aback at that suggestion, Fallen. Just...
No, I just had an idea of a skeletal army existing in a bag of holding or a portable
Pull
hole.
them all
I mean,
up?
yes, curiosity is strong, but that would make carrying around the remains a lot easier.
I never thought of that.
But you were about to say, Fallen.
Oh no, that was Sean being about to say that's all I do for the week is paint skeletons and build a stable.
Hey. Oh, do you do anything during the week?
Mostly still making sure Koza meets everyone in town, figures out where places are, shows her the surrounding landscape so that if she does go wandering, she can hopefully find her way back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in addition to that, because we already pretty much figured out all the map stuff with the Sacred Flame projector, right?
Yep.
I mean, I think it's just spends time training and sparring with the guard, maybe to cool down from that, tries to do a little bit of studying, maybe asks Curiosity for some of the easier books that he can give a shot, but mostly is gonna help with patching up the town after the attack and seeing what preparations need to be done to get it back in tip-top shape.
Oh, good. Koza?
Koza probably spends the rest of the day and maybe the next day just like listening, being quiet, which is weird for her. But kind of like comes back and you guys catch her in random places, like making little toys out of like rocks and stuff and like playing with the kids and like playing music for people and mostly just hang out with Saul and doing stuff around talking to the animals. I'm sure one day she's just not there when you guys wake up to Saul's chagrin, and she like off in the distance you just hear bagpipes wailing in panic. But she eventually gets rescued, I assume.
Yeah. Saul would, hear the bagpipes and just zoom out the nearest window.
And then she'll I think she'll probably talk to some of the shop owners and see what they have as far as like cute little trinkets or like magic items that she finds interesting. If there's any like random magic trinkets that she can pick up, she probably will.
Tessa has a lot of yarn. That's the one thing Charlie doesn't eat from his shop. But Chessa has also put wanted posters up around town looking for the person who's destroyed his cart.
It went back. It went
If you have
back.
any information,
She would probably tell him that it was her. Koza isn't one for lying.
Yeah, but not Charlie. Charlie's the goat. Chester probably wouldn't believe you because you're so friendly and innocent looking. And Chester is not the brightest person. He's strong, not bright. He trusts people too much.
Mm-hmm. She'd probably make friends with Cthulhu as well.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I've got Cat Cthulhu to look after as well.
She just Rana is just like, no, you shouldn't go near, or she doesn't like people. And then they're just 5 minutes later rolling on the ground playing with each other.
Aeos, how's your week been?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn the letter I wrote and write a new one because that became no longer relevant, and send it off. It's just a letter warning my parents that the 4-horse dudes of the apocalypse are loose, so watch out. We are apparently related to them.
Casual, what could be happening?
Yeah, just keep your ear to the ground, kind of thing. Other than that, working on my staff and maybe seeing if Leo wants to do any training with his magic or anything.
Leo's down for that. He hasn't really tried using magic that much with his own free will since losing his little shadow dog. You see, he has refused to remove the shackles with the broken chains on there. He believes that kind of keeping him motivated to become better, stronger, and not become someone else's slave or prisoner. So yeah, it's weird having another natural magic user who doesn't need to read a book. You were both trying new things out, and when you discover a new spell, it's just oh, this just came natural, and both of you get really excited. He's still a kid at heart, so he still finds the small kid stuff really amazing, and is easily amused.
All right, yeah. Good fit for Aeos. I think he would also be easily amused by all that kind of stuff. Pretty immature for his age. So yeah.
Maybe a couple of pranks done around town on people just to try out your new spells.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You probably keep getting spotted as you head towards the little skeleton pen and just scared off. Something. Oh, they've spotted us going for the skeletons.
Why are we going for the
skeletons? They're easy target practice. You can't hurt them, really.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right. We keep stealing skeletons to kill.
You can replace them. Other skeletons. And curiosity.
Reading books.
Reading books all week.
Books. As many books as I can read. Taking some notes.
Aye.
Scanning for important information. And then occasionally painting a skeleton.
Yeah, in regards to the book reading, Solus is probably there helping whenever he doesn't have to do guard stuff, whenever he can get away from his actual duties, because like you, he sees the library and he's just want to do any. I only want to read, just want to check all my duties and just read. The stuff which you have read, you heard that. Oh, you didn't hear. You read that. It will be a while with the spell they've done. It can take up to a few years for people to get back to where they were strength-wise. So you do have a fair bit of time. They've made sure that if the seal does break, there is time to either retrap them before they get to their full strength or deal with them if somebody works out how. So that's a bit of a relief. But apart from that, things will be changing. You'll be able to tell where each person's gone by changes in the world and just reports. Say audiobooks, because the only audiobooks that would be in that library would be Colin's dad's diary, because he just likes the sound of his voice. And he recorded it so he could listen to himself.
Hate that man.
But towards the end of the week, during the week, what do we got? We got Zemnian and Ashran, and did you send anyone else with them?
Yeah, the
Peyton.
voice. Yeah.
They return. Reports of the dragon. It is a real dragon. It is large. It is terrifying. Peyton quoted that he would rather go back to the haunted forest than deal with that thing. And there was other quests in Wintervale. You sent them off afterwards, which hopefully Alex wrote down the rewards.
We had this conversation before. You never actually said what the rewards would be.
Do you remember
Gold
what the quest
pieces.
was?
That one was the missing people.
Missing people. Yeah. So we got Wintervale. They returned with some like winter clothing to keep people warm in those areas, so you're not affected by the cold weather, and 400 gold pieces.
I assume that's the cut we get.
Yep, that's the cut you get. Then it's like, and there were reports of a lot of new creatures. None of the three travelers have seen before around the world, which could be because of the weakness in the planes and creatures coming through. So there's a lot of new, weird and wonderful, some dangerous, some not so dangerous creatures roaming
Yeah,
the
I'm sure.
hinterland.
As our teams come back, we fill them in on like, hey, by the way, the town was attacked and weird new monsters.
Right at the end of the week, everyone's favorite friend, picnic maker, party holder, arrives. I would say looking happier than normal, but he has a mask on, so he's always happy. And you get called into a meeting with Finn, the princess, Rana, Julari. Do you just attend the meeting, or do you just
Yes.
Begrudgingly.
Absolutely.
Julari's the friendliest person you guys have ever. What do you mean,
No.
creep, Savannah? You're wearing his friendship bracelet now.
Have you seen him?
Oh, was he the one we ran into before?
He's the one that
In
wears
the
the
past
porcelain mask.
Have you seen? Where is it?
He scares me.
I'll show a place. I don't know
Stop!
if
I don't
LB's
want to
ever
look at
actually
it.
seen him.
Stop putting it out
That's
there.
who Julari is.
Right.
Like,
He creeps me out.
it's like, I've got good news, everyone. Good news. And potentially bad news, but good news. And then as he goes to speak, he's just like, we have a new friend. And he's looking right at Koza. He's like, hold on 1 second. Shuffles around in his pocket and pulls out a friendship bracelet and hands it to you.
Oh, thank you. And she like takes it and puts it on.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, curiosity, I found your sister. She has promised not to kill you until after the princess's birthday to give you time to prove that you're not an assassin.
Did you check to make sure her fingers weren't crossed behind her back?
Why would they be crossed? Oh, okay, she was lying.
She's lying.
No, I didn't.
Well, if
I
I'm murdered in my
trust her.
sleep, you all know who did it.
Who?
Make sure we
My
keep an extra
friend.
watch.
She said she wouldn't.
She said a lot of things in her life.
But yeah, the other good news is I have layouts to the palace. And
Ooh.
per your request, Princess, I have given a sending stone to that captain of the guard, which you like so much. Mr. Goody Two Shoes. God, he creeps me out. He's such a good person. Rowan Winters, the captain of the guard. The one who warned the princess and Rana to run.
I didn't know anything could creep you out.
But have you seen him? He's always so happy and just so.
It's
Have
done
you
while you
looked
wear
at
your
him?
mask. Which I realized Saul trying to do lips with a beak doesn't really work.
Anything which you find creepy about Jilari is what he finds creepy about this Rowan. So yeah, ignore most of the writing on this little handout. Because I found it on that person's little website in the bottom right of it. So there are just a lot of rooms. You pretty much where next to the Royal Messenger's office, that would have been the library which you all came up through when you first met Princess and Finn.
Are we going to the castle?
Eventually.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
That should probably be the subject of our conversation here today.
Yeah, Rowan said he will contact you when he knows Stygian will not be there.
That's good to know. I guess if we want to wait until he's not there, though I wouldn't mind putting an arrow in that bastard at this point.
Might take
But he
more
might-
than an arrow.
I also don't want to tussle with him and then the entire Kingsguard.
Right.
Does this mean I get to play for the king?
Hopefully.
If things go well.
Oh, he's meant to be sick, isn't it? Jilari's just happening. Isn't that what the rumor is? Or was he dead? I can't remember.
Sick.
I
It's
think
one of them.
the rumor is sick.
We're not entirely
Last we
sure that's
heard.
true.
I can make him better if he is sick.
That would be good.
So I know you said ignore the writing. Is there something that's labeled the Royal Treasury Vaults on the map? Just for my own edification.
Oh yeah, that's there. It's more just all these little like Office of the Chancery, Ministry of Architect and Engineering. But there is a first floor, second floor, third floor, Royal Treasury Vault.
I definitely think we should consider exactly how we're going to make our approach for this, because I think there's a lot we could accomplish on this mission.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, if we want to wait till Stygian's gone, then I heard back a bit from my contact about the paper I got shoved under my door.
All right.
And
The crime.
the crime, yes.
Crime.
Hmm?
What crime?
Of the stealing kind. From people that have too much and should give up some of it.
Did someone get something stolen from him?
Not yet.
Not yet.
So we're going to prevent it.
No.
Well,
No,
in a-
we're
going to
open to
be-
do the stealing.
in a
We're going to be
philosophical
doing the
sense,
stealing.
Yes.
Well, we're going to prevent other people from stealing it. in the long run.
I was going to say we're going to continue to prevent people who hoard their wealth from stealing from the poor and downtrodden.
Eat the
Right,
rich.
so we're going to give it away.
No, we'll spend it.
We're going to
Right?
spend it,
Put
get
it-
it back into the economy. Yeah, right. So just like holding on to it. I do have one question about the stuff that you sent me, Barry. Did I ever find out who sent me this to begin with, or
Nope.
is that still a mystery?
You
Okay.
put word out, and that same person somehow replied with the tower.
Okay.
Who's made it in? All that information you received on another letter underneath your room one night. No one in the manor or town saw anyone enter or leave.
One, we need to up our security around here because apparently people are just sneaking in and shoving things under my doors, unless one of you is the one that's been doing this.
No, and I really don't want to have my sister slit my throat in the middle of the night. She would do that.
So first on the agenda, more guards positioned outside the manor. All right. But the job that I got was from, well, I don't know who it's from yet, but apparently it's to take place up near Celestia, which from what I hear that's from what you've said multiple times, Evelios. That's where you're from, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So there's a tower in Celestia that's apparently pretty well fortified.
Are you talking about Lord Wafflestone's tower?
I didn't know that was his name, but can I get that by me again?
Lord Wafflestone.
Ah.
Is that his name?
Lord Wafflestone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why is he
I've
called
never
that?
seen the guy. He never leaves the place, but supposedly it's, pretty well fortified tower.
Apparently, I'm being suggested to steal something from it, or everything from it, as much as we can from it.
Well, could we do the same thing we did last time, since now more than ever, it wouldn't be weird if Evelios was there?
Do you know Mr. Wafflestone?
I don't, but we could ask my parents. I'm sure that they would have met him at some point. If we're there, we gotta, see my parents. So
Are they going to have an issue with stealing from Lord Wafflestone? Is he like BFFs with them or something?
We probably shouldn't just tell Evelios' parents
I-
are going to steal
Well,
something.
no, but don't want to get him in trouble with his parents.
I'm not a snitch.
no, I mean, yeah, don't tell them we're stealing anything. I don't know if they're friends with him or what. I don't think so.
What if this gentleman who wrote to you is the bad guy? And then we're stealing from the wrong person.
Well, the person that's contacted me hasn't said that they want anything that we'd be stealing. They just said they had a job for me and said that I should go, that this is where we should go. So I'd like to know who it is that's been creeping into our manor at night and leaving messages into my door. And the only way I can think to flush them out would be to do the job.
It's a good idea.
Or you could ask him to leave you another letter and we could camp it out. Or I could ask the squirrels that live around the house. So you've seen someone.
Well, do you know how to get in touch with this person?
No, not at all. They just sort of left messages under my door. I've just waited for another message and it showed up.
Well, then the job's probably the best way forward.
But if you want to ask the squirrels and they might have seen something, I don't think that's a terrible idea. I don't know what kind of memory squirrels have for faces and names.
Squirrels aren't the most intelligent of creatures. But the birds are pretty good. It's always
Whatever
left at night, yeah?
Yeah, night. And must be pretty quiet about it too, because I don't sleep and very little gets past me. So
All right, I'll see if I can find an owl tonight.
Curiosity
Flashback to
audibly
when the
snorts
note
at
was
that.
delivered. When the note was delivered, Phone's just sitting there looking at the door. There's a full-on knock, knock, knock. Slid under, coughing, like tripping over stuff. Ah, shit.
actually,
that?
like bumped into the person in the hallway. They asked me for directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where you sleep?
Nothing gets past you.
Yeah,
Very little.
squirrels.
Not-
Their attention span is half as long as.
Kozas.
Yeah.
Not like you know,
So what's the plan?
any vines or creatures made of fire that explode when they die.
I think those were just. I was just a victim of circumstance. Through no fault of my own.
Where are you standing right now, Phone?
Oh God. Only on tiles that I've already stepped on.
Hi. Just making sure. Yeah.
What about the temple under the water? Is that something we need to do?
Unless you currently have a way that can allow everyone to breathe underwater, I don't, so we're going to have to figure something out.
Did any of the magic shops have a scroll of water breathing?
Well, there's only one trader in town, and that's Chester. Speaking to the Avon lady, so many names I've thrown out. It's a really nice lady who was friendly to everyone. Zilna. Given some time, she can make some water breathing potions. She has contacts who can get her the ingredients, and she has a little alchemy set. Make them. It's just waiting on delivery and time to make it. So
Right.
you do have time to go run a heist and get back, and they should be done.
Or we can get them in the big city.
I'm also going to look into the spell and learning it permanently, but it's not
We're
something
also
I can
still-
do today.
We're also still wanted fugitives in the big city, so
that's
I
right.
think we should probably stay away from there.
Why?
Because they think we tried to kill the princess.
We didn't.
I
Did not-
thought
she's
she
right
was
here.
the princess.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I am. They didn't try to kill me.
Right.
But the guy who was riding the big three-headed dog, he's telling everyone we tried to kill the princess so that he can put a fake princess in power and puppet master.
An exception.
That's very smart. Oh, yes. That.
So everybody on board to go steal something from a tower from Mr. Waffle.
I suppose.
Wafflestone. Very much.
Yeah, it's Lord
Minecraft, and I was
Wafflestone.
really craving.
Oh, Lord Waffle Iron.
That is
right.
Lord Wafflestone.
You peasants. There's also that last little bit saying that there was someone called the Black Viper who has made it further in than anyone else, which you may want to try tracking down.
Yeah, that's another bit of information. Apparently, someone tried to get into it before. Name of the Black Viper. I didn't ring any bells to anyone.
Does that ring any
No.
bells to me?
That's it.
No.
I assume it didn't ring any to me either. Not a very popular thief.
Well, if you're
Well,
a
you've been
popular
out of the
thief,
thieving game for a while.
That is true.
I imagine thieves' names are only popular when they get caught.
Also very true.
Oh, there's the Artful Dodger. He's quite popular. You guys are getting quite popular because nobody knows who actually robbed the bank.
Should have left a calling card. Damn it. So if we want to look into the Black Viper, maybe we can reach out and see if they learned anything from their attempt.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
I was a bit drunk slurring his words.
Avelius, if you've been drinking.
Nope.
Ben does go to Will. He was like, I was going through some of my stuff and I found a prized possession, which I don't think it'll be able to help you now, but in the future it may come in real handy. And he brings out a fork worth 250 gold.
Oh.
Like this, if you go traveling between the different planes, this little fella here can get you back here. And he will hand the fork over to Curiosity, who really wants the fork.
Is it a tuning fork? Or is it
in
a fork fork?
sense,
Is it an actual fork or a tuning fork?
It's an
4
actual
prongs or
fork
2? Oh.
If
For worth 250 gold, attuned to this plane of
it's
existence.
meant to be a tuning fork, because it's tuned.
We all know that Ben was just after a fork worth 250
But,
gold, okay?
She's like looking at it, like balancing it. It's a tuning fork in a sense.
Yeah,
I
I
used
don't know if
that
you can
a few
use it
years
yet,
ago.
but it's set to this plane. Always be prepared. Have your fork.
So don't eat with it.
I mean, I don't think it'll hurt
You
it.
can. I have
Oh.
been.
Of course you have. All right then.
Wonderful.
Are we going to the north or the south?
North. You're getting cold.
Good thing we have cold weather gear now.
I always have cold weather gear, and she like ruffles her fur on her legs.
That must be handy.
Can get quite itchy.
Did we get anything in black?
They're
Damn
brown.
it.
What?
The coats are white and grey.
Fuck.
They're meant to blend in with the snow, I imagine.
So I shouldn't go have it dyed.
No, if you wear black to go and sneak around in a land of winter, everyone's going to see you.
You know nothing, Folan.
Did you know if you wear black in shadows, people can still see you, but if you wear dark brown, it's easier to hide?
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Because shadows aren't actually black, they're just dark.
Like your soul.
I'm also assuming bright red hair doesn't help you.
Nope. But I'm not trying to hide.
I've never had any trouble with black. All right. So what's the plan? Leave here tomorrow, or do we need more time?
I'm not waiting on anything.
Do we need to try and find the one thief guy first?
Well, I figure it's going to take us a few months, weeks. How long is it to travel to?
With our car, it could be
Are we going
very
by
fast.
car?
Going by car, or you could get word sent to Celestia to get someone to use the teleportation circle for you guys, where they got all their servants in and out.
Oh.
But also, we do need to bond with our horses more so that they like us more than the horse dudes.
I've been doing a great job at this. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you.
Been giving carrots to them.
Carrots every day.
Yeah, but not too many.
The horses are super fat now.
You can't give them carrots every day. That's way too much sugar.
They're super fat now.
No.
Now when you talk to animals, it's like, I hate you. I don't want to. No more carrots.
They all have
no."
diabetes.
How are you supposed to know things about animals?
We've seen fallen fish. What do you think?
No, that's true. No, you can't give them carrots every day.
I mean, if we could spend more time in town, see if we can find contacts. If you want to reach out and have us teleported there, that makes things a lot faster.
Is this Black Viper here?
Probably not here.
I hope not.
Maybe. Unless they're the person that gave me the job.
That would be twisty turny.
You know people, Finn, do you think you can help me out with finding this Black Viper?
I can try. Let's see. Zemnian's the only other thief I really know.
I'll talk to
may know.
Zemnian.
And July's going, wouldn't it be weird if that was your sister? Because she's also sneaky.
What if the Black Viper were my sister?
Yeah, then you can have a bonding session while you try and break into some guy's tower.
We'll never bond over anything, and also she's never been very good at naming things, so she wouldn't come up with a cool name.
That's
like that.
true. She almost went with her real name.
Not very good for a thief or an assassin.
Hum's out there testing his new vehicle.
It sounds like it's going well.
Yeah, no, that's the new prosthetic arm is trying. It's not working out.
Does it have
Just
an
like
engine?
1,000 RPM.
Is it a windmill?
Yeah, it's like if you enter this range, it's your fault for getting hit.
A very
Yeah,
dangerous weapon.
Fallen's going to look for Zemnian
yeah.
if this conversation is going off the rails.
It's gone off the rails. It went off the rails when the fork was pulled out, okay?
Stealths out of the room.
Do we see you?
Roll it.
Because you're wearing all black in a well-lit room.
I forgot that I have a 6 wisdom.
Oh,
It's
no.
a 17. Wasn't great.
He's gone.
17. As you're looking around, you don't see Fallen, but you do hear like the big loud creak of something as bars getting knocked over. Someone stepping on the wrong bit of floor.
That's a third one we've replaced this month.
I'll take care of it. Fucking floorboards.
How?
Bars keeps
how is
going
he-
in the same spot, and Fallen keeps stepping on where he stepped before.
How is he going to take care of it?
Okay, you find Zemnian is sitting on the roof being all broody and stuff. He's a cat. He likes climbing things.
I like climbing things too. I hook shot up there.
He's like, nice.
Sit next to him to look broody too. How's it going? Looking for
Good.
something.
Oh, really? Just brooding.
I do like me a good brood.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Looking for contacts. Have you ever heard the name Black Viper?
I've heard of a thief around known by that name. Apparently, they're pretty good. Have a 99% success rate. It was 100, and then they tried stealing from Lord Wafflestone.
Heard about that. Do you know anything about Mr. Waffle Iron?
Wafflestone. Okay. Not Waffle Iron. Waffle Iron's on another continent. That's his brother. Cousin.
Right. Well, have you heard anything about the place he lives? I can't say with a straight face. The Waffle House, as it were.
Waffle Tower.
Right.
It's like 1 a.m. in the morning. Like, I've heard that it's like the thief's holy grail. No one's broken in. Many people have tried. Normally they end up stuck in the first defense. Next second they're in jail. I think that's where most of the prisoners are in Celestia from, trying to break into that place. Second to being caught with Jillweed.
That's good to know. Well, from what I hear, the Viper got in and got away. Got further than anyone else.
Still didn't make it all the way in, from what I hear. They just managed to get out before the Stone Sentry made.
We might have some options for dealing with the guard. Know someone.
The guard's
Do you think?
not really the issue. They got a couple of giant stone.
Oh, the literal
sentry.
stone sentry. I thought that was just a fancy name for the
Like,
guard
as
in
tall
the.
as the tower. Like,
That's a problem.
yeah, it's like once you get in, there's like a time limit before it like gets there. You got so long before it reaches the tower, and then unless you got some way to. It's not just traps you got to get past. It's also time.
I assume the person that lives there, though, Mr. Wafflestone, Lord Wafflestone, has means of getting in and out without being squished by his stone sentry.
Probably. I've never, no one's ever really seen him. Never seen anyone leave or enter, so may not even live there.
Do you think you've heard of this Black Viper? Do you think you could put me in contact with him?
I can tell you how to get in contact. When you're at the tavern, there is, like, do you know when people like tick stuff off that little shape?
Right.
If you just set that up with some glasses with liquids, certain glass has to be filled a certain amount in the right order.
At this tavern?
Not this one, at the one in Celeste.
All right, that's what I figured.
Full, empty, 3/4, 1/4.
Full, empty, 3/4, 1/4.
Remember that.
All right, I'll
If you get that wrong, you'll probably attract some other attention, which you probably don't want.
That's good to know. All right. Well, thanks. We're planning on trying to hit this tower if you're interested, but if not, we might have it covered.
Depends. You can, like, we work for you guys, so assistance.
It's sort of off the books, so it wouldn't be official
And we
employment.
still work for you guys. You need assistance.
I'll talk it over with the others. All right, I'll leave you to your brood.
Oh, he's just gonna stretch and get up and walk to the other side of the manor. Brood alone. This area's not so broody anymore because it was conversation. Just...
Yeah. I feather fall down. Look for a bird to shoot while I'm dropping so I can build up my XP. No, I'm just kidding.
See guard looking out the window, and next second they just see you go.
All right. Full, empty, 3/4, 1/4. Write that down.
Cut to Semi and going, what was it? Empty, full, 1/4, 3/4.
Fuck you.
That'll be fine. That'll. Oh, yeah, I'm the Grey Viper. You called?
The Beige Viper. We go and relay that information to everyone if they're still in there talking about forks.
Kozen's gone. She's sitting under a tree outside waiting for an owl to come.
I guess, did we land on, we're taking our horses up there to get some quality bonding time? Is that what we landed on?
Sounds fun.
I suppose how long would it take to get there by horseback? Because we still have this vague deadline of when the princess is claiming the throne.
Around 9 to 10 days there. Like, you've got time for it.
And then we could potentially get teleported back if you have access to people that can help with that. I figure it's gonna take 9 to 10 days to get a message up there anyway, because we're gonna have to, unless we have magical means of sending messages. So let's run the horses out.
And the horses not taking Hum's new vehicle called the Hummer. The off-road.
Nah, because we don't know if he's tested it for snow yet.
We get
Someone
caught in
has
a
to.
snowbank.
Okay, horses. Is there a horse for Rosa?
I'm sure there are more than just our 4 horses in the town.
Unless we've
stables.
discovered the 5th horseman of the apocalypse.
This
Me the whole
horse too?
time.
No, Chester's probably got 2 horses. Well, he would have used some horses to get the cart to Riverwood with his. There's one for his new friend who keeps trying to take the blame for destroying his car, even though he knows he didn't do it. Yeah,
Do
you got
I-
enough horses.
Do I get to talk to a owl?
Sure. If you're leaving the next day, are you leaving the next day or today?
That's not up to me. I don't make the calls in this group.
We can probably spare a couple days if we need to.
Yeah, we can leave tomorrow.
Hi. I was just sitting underneath the tree. Oh, go on, Alex.
No, just gonna say I don't think we're leaving as soon as Folan gets back from talking with the Zemnian. So yeah, we got time.
You're sitting underneath the tree. You start to nod off, and then you hear movement in the branches above you. There's a big brown barn owl just chilling.
She looks up at it. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Didn't happen. She loads up her bagpipe and like does a soft note on it, like turns it on so that there's the sound, and then does a sound, and the speak with animals washes over her, and then she kind of like creeps up the tree until she's like very close to it, or close enough that it notices her.
It's pretending not to.
Yeah.
Go away.
Hello, Mr. Owl.
Oh, hello. What are you doing? This is my tree.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to intrude on your property, but do you watch this house very often?
All the time.
Right.
Well, not during the days when I'm sleeping or when I'm hunting. When I'm
Right.
not here. Generally, when I am in the vicinity of my tree, I am 9 times out of 10 looking somewhere in the direction of this house.
Right. Have you seen anyone sneaking about inside?
Yes.
Can you describe them?
Yes. Oh, you want me to?
Yes, please.
Well, there is this one person who's like pale, all in black. He keeps knocking
Right.
over vases when he sneaks around inside.
Right. What about
who you
anyone
are?
else? Anyone
Anyone
who's not
else
the
that-
people who live here. Now I live here.
There is the cat. Yeah, look, it's in the window right now behind you. It's gonna jump. I didn't jump, it lied. It pretended to.
Yeah.
There was a figure the other day.
Right.
Well, it was more. You saw like the footprints.
Ooh.
Didn't actually see anyone, and then the door opened and shut like someone was there, but they weren't.
So it
Well,
was a
they weren't.
ghost.
Probably. This place probably could be. Maybe.
Did you watch Red Wind?
No, I got bored.
Right. I understand.
it ended up on the other side, and I couldn't see through those windows, and I just landed, and I'm like,
Right. Is there any other nefarious dealings going on in this town that I need to know about?
apparently somebody destroyed the friendly cat's cart. Someone's after that.
Oh,
There are a bunch of skeletons.
right.
I know. I thought it was bad when there were just zombies everywhere and those weird vines. Now they're skeletons. And there's that thing that just screams.
Right, the goat.
Yeah, it sounds like this.
What a very good interpretation of the scream.
I know. I've been practicing.
Well, I appreciate your telling me what's going on. If you ever need anything, that's my window right there. You can tap on it and I can get you something.
Do you have a rat?
I don't have a rat. I'm a vegetarian.
Yes. Well, I'll go hunt my own food then.
I have a
Have
can.
fun.
It
I
said
did-
it says something on the outside that I don't understand, and she opens it and it's a can of like tuna. I don't want what's inside. Do you want that?
No.
No. Maybe I'll give it to the cat.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go hunt a rat now.
All right.
What's that screaming thing's coming towards me because I screamed. You
Have a good
see
night.
Charlie approach, just staring at the can, then at you, then at the can.
She, like holds it close, like, no, this is mine.
Oh hey.
I will relay to Saul. It's like 1 a.m. and his door opens.
Who is that?
It's just me.
Oh, Kozo, what's up?
I talked to the owl.
Oh, what did they have to say?
They said it was a ghost.
A ghost?
Yeah, something that's leaving footprints but isn't able to be seen.
Okay, I don't know if a ghost would leave footprints. It might be someone invisible. I know curiosity can make people invisible.
Do you think it was curiosity?
I don't know. If it was, that's a really odd way for her to flirt with Fallen. Hey, sup, big boy? I've got a heist for you. But, I don't know if I would put it past those two.
I've seen her go to his room, but she wasn't invisible.
Well, I don't think it's anyone who lives in the manor. I don't know, we may need to... Curiosity might know some spells to detect if someone invisible is sneaking about, so we can ask her in the morning.
All right. Is it bedtime?
For most people.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
She'll go and do a couple circles on her bed and just like cozy up, go to sleep.
Okay, the rooster crows, signifying the morning of the next day. What's the plan?
Let the rest of the party know what we've learned from the owls. So, do we know a way to find someone invisible sneaking around?
It's a little more complex than that. If there's someone in the area that is invisible, I have a spell I can cast to get rid of it, but... Or do I mean, like, detect if there's any sort of magical essence around, but they'd have to be there.
You're making upgrades in the future. Two of you do remember the sigils placed around the doorway when you were at the Colosseum? That's something you could look into.
I guess that's something we could ask our. We have a wizard on staff, don't we?
Mhm.
At this point, besides you,
Jonas?
maybe look into some sort of enchantment around the perimeter.
I could ask. Enchanting is not his specialty, but he could probably set the wheels in motion. His specialty is mostly, well, it's really mostly setting things on fire. But
Well, that would be one way to stop someone from being invisible.
indeed, but he is competent.
My parents have those runes. We could ask whoever. We could ask them whoever set those up, hire them to do it at our place.
True.
Now,
That
are we
would be a
going to
good
have the
idea,
money
too.
for that, or is that going to be worth more than the whole town?
I'll ask Solus and see what he can find.
We will have the money for it once we've completed this job, presumably. I told you all about the stone statues things, by the way. Did I say, yeah, big squishy statues that apparently guard
I can
the...
do that too.
That would be a good way of maybe stopping them, have a little statue on statue fight, keep it
Mm.
from...
But I can only
killing
make
us.
one.
Fellas, you know these statues, they are a good, 30 feet tall. They're giant statues.
Oh yeah, sorry. The whoever told you about the statues might have undersold them. They're about 30 feet tall.
They
Right.
protect the town if it gets under attack.
On
I
my continent, we
might
call
should
those
have mentioned
kaiju.
that. I should have mentioned that yesterday. Yeah, they're the guardians of the town, so we'll have to watch out for them if we set off any alarms or anything.
How do they know who's a bad guy?
Magic. Just
So as long
magic
as we
covers
have,
most problems.
as long as we have good in our heart, then that'll be all that we need.
It's not really how it works.
Or if you look at each other. Good in our heart.
They're probably just meant to take out unfamiliar faces if alarm is triggered.
Ooh. What if I go in as a performer to entertain him?
That's an option. I find it's best to get there, scout out the mark, and find our method of infiltration from there. That is one good option. We should definitely put a pin in that.
Can we not call him a mark?
Maybe
That
that's
just
his name.
sounds so.
His
Oh,
name is Mark Wafflestone. Sorry, term of the trade. Our victim.
I don't think that's
We'll
better.
workshop it.
The tower. We can just call it the tower.
The tower.
So who's going with you? You bringing anyone? I just realized you would have horses galore because everyone's been traveling.
You want to bring Zemnian?
Zemnian was very useful last time.
Bringing Ashern as well, or just Zemni?
Feels like it would be wrong to break them up,
We
but
don't really go anywhere without the other.
And she's a druid, right?
That's
She
how
That would be
is.
useful.
That's how we smuggled her in last time. She turned into a spider.
They have leveled, so they are more qualified than they previously were.
Let's
yeah.
bring them with us, and if we don't need, I think we should keep the numbers on the job itself as small as possible. But if they can provide some insight, some help, they have some experience with this sort of thing, and we're paying them, so otherwise they're just standing around here.
Koza, you'll like Ashton very much.
Sounds lovely.
Okay. You're bringing Charlie. You're trying to sneak in.
It seems like not the most advisable plan. I don't like
I-
to leave him.
I would leave him behind. I don't think my parents would take well to Charlie
Why?
Because he's a
because
goat.
he's an undead goat that screams bloody murder
Oh.
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Do I need to hide my legs and my horns?
Nope. Just don't scream bloody murder or be undead at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think you'll be fine.
You can be undead at any other hour.
Yep.
I've already
It's
died
the
once. I don't really want to do
combination.
it again.
Alright.
You already died once?
Yeah. I exploded and that's how I ended up back in the Feywild.
I think I remember you mentioning that.
That is a story that I would like to hear on the trip, though.
I know, I really do think I remember that. So Charlie should stay here.
Definitely.
I agree. Not the snakiest of creatures.
I'll let Ozzy know.
You can bring a pocket full of skeletons, though, if you need them.
They won't fit in my pocket. I have to put them in the bag. Should I bring them?
I'd rather have them and not need them than to need them and not have them.
Alright.
Have we gotten an actual bag of holding for us yet, or do we just have the one to hold the coal in the car?
Yep, the bag of coaling.
Well, I suppose if we're not taking the car. Does that come out? Well, I suppose I'm the one that
It's
knows
built
how the
into
car
the-
works.
It's a built-in cooler.
You haven't got a bag of holding for yourselves yet, I don't believe.
I think we'll find some bodies on the way.
You haven't really robbed that many people.
No, just the one crime.
About to be two.
Do you think I could fit one in my backpack?
Might have some trouble with the rib cage.
How together do you need the
Smart.
ribs to be?
We're bringing horses. Just put them in a sack, tie them onto your horse. It's not that heavy.
Oh.
Just bones.
And then I get a bonus in combat versus humans and monsters.
Yeah, bonus.
It was a Witcher joke, but you made it dumb. Good job.
From somewhere outside, you hear the sound of Solus cheering as he yells out, "Fireball!"
Does he just do this?
Yeah, it's like,
I enjoy him.
when you get in your horses ready, he just walks past and he's just covered in soot with the biggest grin on his face, like, yes.
Always working, that one. Alright, I'm gonna take one of the skeletons apart. Shove them all in a bag. Put them on the horse.
You disassemble a skeleton. Charlie looks up at you like, is he going as well?
You have to
This
stay.
is-
I'm sorry.
Just death stares the other skeleton, like, please.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll never take you apart and put you in a bag.
This is intelligence, I don't think.
Is it more than Koz's?
It is a 3.
So, yes.
Is it more than Co's?
He is a -4. Until I take that spell. That lets
Okay,
me talk to
Zemini
him.
and Ashran are always ready to travel. They really don't own anything apart from what they wear. I heard you need Zemini and my help again. We were robbing something else. That was exciting.
That's the idea.
Heist, 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 heist.
Okay, but I don't think we should just go around saying.
Oh, you're
Once we leave the
Right.
gates of the town, we don't use the heist word anymore. We just call it the job.
the job. Okay. Zemini and we're on the job. At least there's no dragons this time. Is there a dragon this time?
We won't know till we get there.
Liz, is there a dragon in your hometown?
I mean, not that I'm aware of, but you know, who knows? Maybe Lord Wafflestone is a dragon. Maybe that's why he never leaves.
It
Not
wouldn't shock me at
mentioned
this
in
point.
any prophecies. Okay. The travel begins. Speed up the process. Is there anything you want to talk about on your travel?
I think we want to hear the story of how Koza exploded and wound up back in the Feywild.
Well, the story's best told in song form, I think.
Of course it is.
Do you have that
It's-
banana vodka, Velios?
Be nice.
Thank you.
Oh, so I didn't have any banana vodka. I did bring some banana wine though.
That
So
sounds
like it.
worse.
Oh God. Why?
I like the bagpipes. I don't know what's wrong with all of you.
Everything's like, I think it's out of tune.
Oh, how would you
They're
know?
always out of tune.
Love to hear you play the bagpipes.
Well, it's a very simple story. I think it is a story of circumstance. After I left the monastery, I was traveling, I think I was going north, and it started to get cold, and I met a nice fella who took me in with his wife and their son. And I found out that the son was very magically inclined. So I was trying to teach him a few things. And he told me that he came up with this, that he found a scroll and he was practicing the scroll. And all I remember is a bunch of fire. And then I was back in the Feywild. I'm pretty sure I exploded.
Could I write that down?
The story?
Yes. It would make a wonderful short story.
Oh, sure.
Bouncing on the back of a horse, like writing stuff.
So a kid murdered you.
I don't think it was on purpose.
It sounds like an accident.
Second-degree murder.
Right. I mean, there were a few other accidents with, his dog and a couple of wild animals around. Magic is hard.
Oh, it's sounding less like an accident.
how old was the kid?
I don't know. He wasn't mature enough for a human, but he seemed like he was not a child. Maybe in his pre-adult years.
Based on
Which
all
we
the
call
crime novels
childhood.
I've read, those are some signs.
Back to first-degree murder, I think. If we come
Yeah.
across that kid again, will you point us in their direction so we can avoid him?
Sure. That's a long time ago, though, I think.
Where was
No,
this?
times move differently in the Feywild.
I mean, if it was after you left the monastery, couldn't be more than a few years.
Right. Oh, I guess. No, I was in the Feywild for about 5 years before I came back.
Hasn't been that long.
Right, not here.
Where did that happen?
It's in the north.
I'm the map one. She's helpless with directions.
All right, so we got to keep our eyes out for a serial killer who's up and coming in the
Seems
north.
like it. That's what this feels like.
No, Velios, you never met a satyr when you were younger.
No,
About 5
also
years ago. Okay.
I don't do
Please.
fire stuff, and I don't kill
Ah.
stuff on accident. Not
Right.
since I was very, very little, which was why I was curious about the age.
He's very purposeful with his killing.
Turns
It
out
sounded
it's
like
just
this kid was too.
it's just an evocation wizard trying to practice keeping safe spots, and it's like, oh well, thought it worked that time.
No. If there's one thing all wizards agree on, it's that animal testing is unethical.
That's why you have a necromancer to raise them back up if it does happen.
You take the ones that were already dead, you raise them up, and use them for practice.
Okay.
It's like composting.
That's why you and Solus were perfect training buddies together. If he killed the wrong thing, you just bring it back.
Fine. No one will notice.
He could practice damaging, you could practice resurrecting. It's all good.
And that's how we became level 20. Surprise, everyone.
Okay,
I'm a lich now.
What do you mean now? Always have been. Okay, apart from that horrific story about which now I've got to come up with a potential NPC that's a serial killer. Quite uneventful trip. You pass through some towns. Whenever you get to a town and it's night time, you'll stay at the inn. Minimal cost, so I won't have you subtract any expenses. So you got a little bit extra from the rewards, and that's what's used for this. You do start noticing some animals you have never seen before, because you would know some of them from the Feywilds. Some of them look like they're from other planes as well, but you're just trying to avoid them for now. And you make it to Celestia, and as you arrive, you see this town is like David's background, quite like old school castles. You see around the wall, like behind it, there are the massive stone giant statues just standing there. You gather this is probably one of the stone guardians that'll come after you to this tower. Where are you going in town? You're going to the tavern to set your drinks up. You're going to visit Avelios's family.
I mean, I vote my family, right? Might as well stay somewhere for free.
Are they nice like you?
Oh yeah,
You have brothers, yes?
yeah, yeah.
Are they as handsome as you are?
I mean, for the most part, same parents.
My siblings look nothing like me.
You have siblings?
Many.
I would very much like to see all of this.
Your home, Avelios, yes. Very much.
All
And
right,
then
yeah.
maybe after it gets dark, we'll go check out the tower.
Okay. You arrive to the foot of, like, you thought your manor was big. Your manor looks like an outhouse compared to Avelios' home. It is probably half the size of your whole town. It's just massive.
Is this why your room is always such a mess?
I mean, my room's a mess because I never had to clean a room before, and I'm not very good at it. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely probably part of it.
As you ring the doorbell, the door opens to a butler. Like, Master Avelios, you brought some friends.
This is gonna be
Yes, we'll be everyone will be needing a room. Is anyone sharing?
Do you have enough for everyone?
You're hilarious. Curiosity. All right, everyone will have their own room.
Thank you.
I'll inform your parents.
Yes,
You have
we'll be
returned
needing to talk
home.
to them. Yeah.
And you see in the background a maid walks by and she hands over some money to another maid from the bet that you had friends. And let's go to break there. 'Cause I totally know what his parents are like. So get a drink, do whatever you do on break. We'll do whatever we do on break, and then we'll come back and we'll see how the other half lives in this world. Welcome back, everyone. Yes. For the break, we met Velios's butler in his city-size house. Hey, you're let in. And the butler's like, so should I show you to your rooms first, or would you like to see your parents?
Probably see my parents first, just let them know we're here and everything. Make introductions.
Yeah, and you look around and you see people busy running around, trays of food, tables, chairs, like there's an event going on. Like, just follow me then. Stick close, don't want you getting lost. They added a new wing just recently.
I was noticing that finished, yeah.
Yeah, except they wanted to make it more like a maze to see how fast we could learn it. So if you get lost in there, good luck. We do patrols every so often.
All right. That sounds really fun. Man, I picked a horrible time to run away from home. All right.
Yeah, and you're led to this. It's just like one of those little cigar rooms. It's got lounges, comfy seats. And there is Avelios's old man sitting down, having a drink. Do you want to describe what your father looks like?
Sure, yeah. Probably much the same as Velios, a little paler. Obviously, longer hair. It's blonde, kind of going with some streaks of white in there. He's clearly a little wrinkled up. He's got some facial hair, rocking a goatee, and dressed just. You think if Elios dresses nice, he clearly left with his travel clothes. These are, a lot of jewelry, a lot of gold, a lot of platinum, that kind of stuff.
The butler goes, Master Caldrum, you have some guests here to see you. And he looks up from the ledger he has been writing in. Like, son.
Hey, it's great to see you. There's a lot going on. Did I come at a bad time?
No, you come. It's your brother's wedding.
You knew where I was. You could have invited me.
The prophecy said you would be here, and look, here you are.
Dang. All right.
It's just meant to be. I'm assuming that's why you are here. Oh, and you're wearing that? Please tell me you're not wearing that to the wedding.
No, of course not. Of course not. No, this was my traveling clothes. We'll get obviously all of my friends are gonna need some clothes for the wedding because no one has anything appropriate. I can guarantee that.
What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
A lot. I let it slide because it's not really doesn't really matter for what we're doing on a day-to-day.
I mean, he's right.
But
It's not appropriate for a wedding. Unless you're going to rob it.
I've never been to a wedding. I'm not really sure what you do.
So you weren't here for the wedding?
I didn't know there was gonna be a wedding. We came here through a happenstance. Otherwise, we're we can talk about it after the wedding.
We have time. If you don't mind talking while measurements are made to get the clothing tailored, as 4 tailors walk in and the full get ready to start measuring up and showing fabrics to everyone.
Like start to draw a dagger.
Oh,
Are they attacking us? Are we being arrested?
No, you're getting some custom made clothes. You know what? How about you guys? I'm gonna look at the tailors. Be like, you guys choose the fabrics and everything, because
Aw.
curiosity. How confident are you in your ability to choose something appropriate?
I mean, I don't know that your tailors would offer me anything inappropriate. Please, can I pick?
Sure.
Yay!
Okay.
do I have to wear pants?
Absolutely, 100%.
Can I wear pants instead of a dress?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
There's no reason you can't wear pants.
I have just a vest instead
No.
of anything with sleeves.
Nope, you have to have sleeves.
Sleeves and pants. Yay!
Whoa, are
You
you
can have
touching
a
me?
vest
I
with
don't know
your
why you're
suit
measuring
coat.
down there. Hands off.
It's for pants.
Is this okay? Soul, is this okay?
It'll be fine.
This is the most awkward measurement. Everyone's like, is this okay?
Curiosity's having a great time.
So,
Enough colors.
was it for the wedding? Why are you back?
Well, I mean, old man Lord Wafflestone, right?
Everyone knows Lord Wafflestone.
All right. Well, we were trying to, go see him, and we needed to know a little more about him.
What's there to know? He has a tower. Nobody has seen him, but they know of him.
So
you know this.
I mean, I know that. I just wasn't sure if you'd actually never seen him before or not.
Nobody knows who Wafflestone is.
You don't think maybe we should check that out and investigate it?
It doesn't affect. Hold on. Yes.
She was first.
If no one's ever seen him, then how do you know he's called Lord Wafflestone?
That was my
on
question
the
too.
letterbox. It's on the letterbox.
So, he could, like, not be an actual lord. Could just be, like, a weirdo in a tower.
True.
Which probably a
But
wizard.
as long as he doesn't interfere with the family business, we'd let him slide.
Well, if he
As
doesn't come
long-
out of the tower, then what does he do? To be called lord.
Could be family, blood, the title just goes down.
Yeah, okay.
Eventually, Aeos here could become Lord.
Was he not already?
He's not old enough. He hasn't proven himself. He's got some prophecies to finish first before we consider. Plus he ran away.
He just acts like one.
And then he moved into that really small house with those people.
Look, all right,
Are
that's
you
all I
those
could
people?
afford.
What people did he move in with?
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a bunch of people living in this small little shack.
Oh.
It was filthy. We had to send everyone to clean it up. It's like,
I think he means our manor.
Oh. Is it a shack?
Yes.
You seen this
But-
place?
No, it's a manor house.
Look, it was a
Keep telling yourself
fixer-upper.
that.
It was the best I could do with my limited resources.
Which were us, I'll remind you.
Yes.
I guess I should bring in all the fabrics for you to choose from right now. Well, only Curiosity has been given permission to choose. The others is just like looking at Fallen. You're getting black. So the colors they pick suit your character perfectly.
Just reds and
Yeah,
oranges.
so everything's like the ideal thing. Like if you were allowed to choose, it's what you would choose. They're good at their job. Okay. They know what they're
And can the jacket have like a holster for my daggers too? Like there's 3 of them, and it kind of go like. No.
The tailor
Alright.
just
I mean-
ignores you. He's doing his job.
We're gonna
fine.
have to get you some appropriate daggers for the wedding. You'll have to give them back, but you can't be walking around with those pieces of garbage on
These
show.
are priceless.
Are people supposed to be able to breathe in these? How am I supposed to play my bagpipes if I can't open my sternum?
I am wearing a suit.
I don't know if this is a bagpipes kind of wedding.
Every
makes the
wedding's a
girls look
bagpipes
good.
wedding if you try hard enough.
Makes the girls look good though, don't it?
Can't
I'll have to
deny
work
that.
around my belt.
Yeah, no, the belt can't come off unless
Forgot
you
about
all
the
have
fucking
someone
belt.
to. You have someone who can get rid of a cursed object.
Oh dear, don't try to take the belt off, you'll die.
Actually, you should try to take it off. I kind of want to see what happens.
Fallen,
No.
you'll explode.
All right, fine.
I mean,
No,
the
no,
help
no,
is
no.
here for a reason. All right.
Just turn
So-
to stone.
Oh,
It's my headcanon of why we're all snacking as we're also being served hors d'oeuvres as we're being fitted.
yep.
I'm talking about wine and Cheez-Its all day, so that's what I wanted more than anything in the world.
Oh yes. So you came to ask about Wafflestone.
Hmm.
Yes, I want to play for him. I'm a bard.
Good for you.
Is there any way we could get the Stone Guardians to like not go to his house while we're going in there? Because I don't want to get smushed by one of those things.
Why would they smush? You're here for the wedding. I'm not
Yeah, but
expecting
after the
Stone Guard-
wedding, we're gonna go toward Wafflestones. Next couple of days, kind of thing.
So Koza can play for him.
So you have come to me the day of my son's wedding asking for a favor.
I mean, I'm your son too.
So Sean's just left. Tell you what, we'll enjoy the wedding. And we'll discuss this tomorrow. He looks at the servant handing all the hors d'oeuvres. 33, you can leave now. Servant leaves.
Did 34 get promoted? Because I could have sworn that was 34.
34 died. It's their brother.
You really don't
Is
call
this-
your workers by their names.
How many names I'd have to remember?
Oh, what? To be a decent person.
I have like 253 people working. It's just
He
easy
remembers
going
their
1,
number.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's
Because he
it's
gives them a
between
number.
1 and
I read
253.
253 books a year.
Some people don't have your exquisite memory.
Some people aren't very nice.
Also, it's easier for them to wear something that can, indicate their number, and it doesn't look trashy, as opposed to, just name tags.
I
If
am
something
learning
happens to
so
him,
much.
you don't need to create a new tag. It's just
Right? You just have to give him a different number.
No, there are some
Oh,
implications here that I really don't like.
Do I get my own room?
certainly. And then butler gestures you all to follow him. He'll take you to your room. On the way, it's like the wedding starts in an hour. If you could be down in the garden.
Right? Motions to Avelius as we leave. Is someone going to be doing something with my hair? Because people always tell me it's a bit too much.
I mean, you'll have to. We'll all be wearing hats, so
Hats? Well, what about my horns?
they'll work around it. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Avelios,
Hmm.
what is your, out of respect, as you've been a good friend over the past couple of months, what's your position on me stealing things from your parents?
I'm pretty against it.
Like,
To
so
be
that's
fair,
a no.
I wouldn't do it. I'm not one to tell someone what to do unless I'm paying you.
So you
Um,
wouldn't do it, but if you
I
were in my
wouldn't.
position,
If I was in your position, I wouldn't either, because I've seen what my family does to thieves, and it's usually not great.
all right.
I mean,
fair enough.
usually it was what I had to do to thieves, but
like with the killing thing that you're
Mm.
talking about. Right. I'll keep my hands to myself then. Where's the tavern in town? I think I should probably pop out to have a drink.
I'm not sure. I never had to go.
I'm sure I'll find it.
But you have to get ready. The wedding's in like an hour.
I got time.
Don't come to my brother's wedding, sloshed man. Just
I can promise it'll be like I wasn't even there. I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Anyone else going to the tavern as well?
If anyone wants to come with me.
We'll go. People at taverns love me, especially when I play my drums.
I'm gonna stop a random staff person along the way and just be like, hey, could you follow them and make sure they don't get into any trouble? Make sure they're here on time for the wedding.
Done. All right. Anyone in the manor doing anything, or are you just waiting?
I mean, I'll probably go say hi to my brother before the wedding, right? That seems appropriate.
I want to meet the rest of your family.
Sure. I mean, everyone's welcome. Come along.
Hey, the rest of the family, including your brother who's getting married, are all in like a living room area, and you can see your mother is giving a little discussion to your brother Erdan, the next one up in the one closest to your age.
Yeah.
And she's going, okay, Erdan. Now, when someone doesn't have the interest, we only go for their legs first because. Does anyone else know why? And your brother that's getting married is like, I do. It's like, dead people can't pay the bills. Okay, so now, next time, just reel it back a bit. And they all look up and they're just so happy to see Avelios. And they just run up, hug him, and just Avelios is back. The prophecy was true. He was going to be here for your wedding. Oh, maybe now Mr. Johnson will pay up if we send Avelios. So, you've met the Godfather Brady Bunch family.
Oh,
get
yeah,
you-
these are my friends, everybody, and I'll introduce.
Hello.
Can we get you anything? Hello.
In more hors d'oeuvres, the guy who had the little snacks got sent away.
I believe caldrons like that. We can get more. And you see them like ring a little bell, and then people just come swarming in with drinks, food.
You have a lovely home.
I think just because some people get a bit judgy, all of our staff are paid very well.
Just not allowed to use their names.
Oh, they can use their names. We just generally people get paid so much and they're like, I've got enough to retire on, and then they leave. It's just easy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what's the problem? Curiosity, right? Just they're all getting paid. They all want to be here.
You know, the family resemblance between you and your brothers is striking.
Yeah, is it just like twins, but like an older version of each one? Because it's all brothers, right?
Matryoshka doll's just getting younger.
I don't think it's quite twins. There's a strong family resemblance, obviously, but yeah.
Wonderful. Put faces to names.
Oh yeah, and I'll just go through. It's Carrick, Varys, Roland, Lucan, and Erdan.
That's a lot of names I'm not going to remember.
Just name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, no one will take offense.
They might have a point there, Curiosity. Just a little bit.
Makes life so much easier. Oh, hey.
And other than that, I'm just enjoying, catching up, telling them about what I've been up to, asking them what's been going on.
Wedding talk, and apparently the apocalypse is happening.
So are there prophecies about all of you?
No,
Just him?
just him. And they look at Avelios and then try and whisper to you. It's like, he wasn't the most brightest one with picking up with what the family does. So make him feel special.
I understand.
Yeah, he always went a little bit too far.
You know, I can see it.
Bad for business and all that. So him running away was kind of good, but then we just made prophecies about that. But don't tell him.
So you make the prophecies then? You just make them up?
It's homework for the kids.
Like a creative writing exercise.
Yeah, pretty much.
I won't say anything.
He doesn't know. There was one prophecy we didn't make up. Some gentleman turned up with it on a piece of paper. I kind of mentioned you guys. So
we've heard.
yes. Anything else happening in this living room scene? Just getting to know the family. Okay, let's cut to the tavern. Because two of you left, one of the person which was asked to keep an eye on you grabbed someone else to come follow. and right now it looks like you're being followed by like 2 bodyguards. Like one of them's got like a sword on them ready. The other one, he gathers an arcane user, and they're just keeping an eye out for trouble because.
So we know they're following us, though. That's like
they're making their presence known because you are friends of Aeos, and some people don't like his family in this town for some reason.
right.
Probably all the extortion.
So they're not following from a distance. They're like right with us.
You've got your space. They're just keeping an eye out to make sure nothing's going to happen to you or Koza, because then Aeos' family would have to pay a ransom, most likely.
Leans over to Koza. You know, I think them being with us is actually going to increase the chances of us being kidnapped, because otherwise I don't see why anyone would think that we were associated with Aeos' family.
Oh, do you think that they shouldn't be following us?
I was thinking we should try to lose them if I'm trying to get in contact with, a criminal type.
Well, I mean, I can give us an hour.
What do you have in mind?
Koza's gonna turn around and she's gonna pull out her bagpipes again. And she's gonna start playing a slow melody at them. She's gonna cast sleep on them.
Okay, what does that save?
They need to make I guess I need to know what their it targets a hit point.
Yeah, what save do they need to make?
I think you just roll for the number of hit points, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roll a number of hit points.
Oh God, the new thing's great. 34.
34. You see them following you and all that. You start playing your bagpipes. They both start to yawn, and then like one of them slaps their own face to try and wake to stay awake, and next second they're just heads down, like backsides up in the air. They're just passed out. Drills already coming out their mouth. It's just.
That's pretty handy.
That's what I've been told.
Nice. Like holds a hand up for a fist bump.
She like grabs your hand with her hand.
Right.
Paper, I win.
We'll work on that. Okay. Let's go see if we can find the Viper.
All right. She's hyped.
Hi. So you go to the tavern, order what?
It
3
wasn't
drinks and a
specified.
spare glass.
Yeah, it specified what kind of drinks they needed to be. So yeah, just gonna get 3 drinks, leave one untouched, drink a quarter of one, drink 3/4 of the other, and then an empty glass.
The empty glass.
Am I not allowed to touch it now?
No, if you want your own drink, I'll get you. Do you want something? All right, just order her drink. Just keep it kind of. I don't really know if we can have other drinks on the table,
Right,
or
I'll
if it's
just
going to
keep
be a
it-
problem.
I'll keep it between my legs.
Right, and Rage is full empty 3/4, 1/4.
Okay. You're
This
sitting
seems like
there.
a very convoluted way to make contact with someone, but
Why would you do it?
I don't know. I don't have a better way.
You see a few people walk past the table. They're looking at the drinks. Some of them just give you like a confused look. Next second, one person walks off. Like everyone else is looking at you weird. This one person like glanced, saw it, and then just kept walking without changing their expression of like, what the hell's going on here? And then 10 minutes later, this figure sits down opposite the two of you. I have to go edgy. It's canon.
Subtle.
Okay. Who wants to describe? Is that a creature on their shoulder? Did I just give someone a pet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did give them a pet.
I
Yeah.
just gave someone a pet.
It's some sort of demon hedgehog.
Hey.
She is a dark. Okay. She is a
She's
humanoid.
tiefling.
Okay, she's a humanoid creature with a very fine tail and a plume at the end of. It looks like fur. Her skin color goes from a light blue or violet to a dark blue on her outer limbs. She's wearing black Aladdin pants that go just down below her knees, and a crop top that is also black. Lots of belts going around it. She has arm coverings up to her biceps, and she wears a hood that doesn't seem to be attached to anything, and a scarf over her face. She's got some dark blue markings on her face and bright shining eyes. She has she has claws for feet, let's be honest, and a very dark blue creature on her shoulder that seems to have feathers, and like a almost a canine, maybe squirrel looking face, and a poofy tail, but has feathers.
Fantasy Nightcrawler.
There you go.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Sorry, it was
We get the full
convoluted.
description, and then we get the. That's a chill description
Shorthand.
of.
Mhm.
We just like
pick
to do the
somebody
shorthand
you know.
sometimes to supplement the very good descriptions.
Okay. You signaled, called, requested my attendance.
Right. Would you like to talk here or should we go somewhere else?
We can talk here.
Take a seat. It slides the full drink her direction.
She's already sitting opposite you and picks up the drink.
Takes the 3/4 drink, puts the 1/4 drink inside of it, has a full drink again, starts working on that. So, what should I call you, or should I refer to as your handle?
Viper will do.
Viper.
I'm Kosa.
It's
Full,
our
and
first
since we're
time.
just going with names, yeah, right.
Okay.
We have
What
a.
do you need?
We're looking to find work in the city. Heard that Lord Wafflestone might be
You want to break
hiring.
into the tower and you're after information about me because I'm the only one that's made it out without being arrested.
She's so smart.
She is.
There's nothing
Right.
else worth robbing around here unless you want to be killed by that family.
Mm.
The gold one.
The Xyla Saints.
Yes.
Do you know much about them? What kind of work they're in? We were sizing up marks, and
Yeah,
those were the
don't
two.
touch them.
No.
Nope. They just kill the code.
Yeah, it's not really what we want to get messed up in. Yeah, we're looking to hit the Waffle House, as it might be.
The tower.
The tower. Any insight you can give us into that would be helpful.
What's in it for me? This is like the only place I have failed to break into, so
Well, If you're offering information, I can pay you for a little bit of that up front. If you're looking for to fix your unblemished record, you might have to assist us in the matter.
And be a part of the heist.
We might have a spot for you.
Okay. And how are we divvying up the share?
Well, there are.
She can have my share. I don't need money.
Well, there are 10 of us, so that means you get 1/10 of what we find.
Well, considering I know how to get past the barrier and have experience with the second defensive measure, maybe I should have. There's 3 of us here. Someone said I could have her share. That's like 66. I'll drop it to 50.
50. First of all,
Well,
I don't know where
3
you
of
learned
us,
to do
not
math.
10.
Mm.
3 of us, 66.
There are more that are working with us.
Okay. 30. I am like just nullifying a couple of barriers and defensive measures.
15.
25.
20.
21.
No, that's not how
21.
this works.
Done. 21%.
21 is fine then.
Okay.
So what skills do you be having?
The skills to get past the first few things.
Right.
There's a barrier.
What type of barrier?
A prismatic barrier.
Ooh.
There is the area which I got stopped in. It just freezes you in time.
Ooh.
And there's the alarm spell, which, from what I've gathered, cannot be disabled. And that is what brings the attention of the stone giants.
That's the 3rd step.
That is the 3rd one. But of course, then there's the patrols from the city guards, which we're going to need a distraction or something to stop them from coming around here. And I can get you past the barrier. Time stop apparently can only be removed by a password being said by a certain individual. So we got to get them on board. But they're not really I want to break into this place kind of person. So
I
But you
can
know who they
convince
are.
people of a lot of things.
Despite what you might guess, that has been my experience.
So yeah. And then there's just dealing with what's inside the tower, which I have no idea. I just know there must be riches in there considering the defenses they have.
Right. So we don't even know what we're stealing.
Everything that's worth value from the place.
Right.
It's like our first heist.
She's new. We're showing her the ropes. She's got potential, though.
And this is our first job. Great. Look, I've got somewhere to be very soon. Can we meet up, say, tomorrow night?
Same time tomorrow here.
Same time tomorrow. Bring your whole group so we can suss everything out.
Are you sure you got
Yeah.
somewhere to be?
Yeah.
There's a wedding going on at the house that we're staying at. You could come with me.
No. Yeah.
I think we'll keep a bit of a professional distance between us until we know we
Yes,
can trust each other.
professional distance. I'll let you know that if you happen to find Seamus Magister.
Seamus Magister.
Yeah, they're just a common around here. They're the one who's been trusted with the password for the second even if you get the password off him, has to be his voice.
Has to be his voice. All right. Could
So
it be
unless you
a
got someone who can mimic his voice exactly with the password, do it. But
that was going to be my next question, if it had to be from his lips or just to convince him. All right. Well, I'll see what my people can do.
okay,
One question before you go.
she's gone.
How long have you been? Huh?
As she's got one question, she's like seeing people walk by. She's just stepped into the group of them and just
Ah, she's
blended
gone.
out. And she's just, it's your place to be, man.
I'll ask her later then.
I think that went
All right.
well.
It did go well. First, we need to work on negotiating tactics. You don't go up until they come down.
But she did go up.
We'll talk about this later. Nice though. Do you think you could really convince the person to give us to help us?
I can make people do a lot of things.
Scary.
Do you want me to show you?
I think we shouldn't draw attention to ourselves right now.
But
You can show me
later.
tomorrow when
All right.
Yeah. Downs the rest of the drink. I suppose we have a wedding to attend.
Right. I'm not looking forward to wearing that corset again.
Yeah, I'm not really either. I don't suppose we could just stay here and skip the wedding.
We can do whatever we want.
Aeos might be mad about that.
Oh.
And Curie.
Does she dislike me?
No. She's stern with people, especially people she's just met. After some time, she warms up.
Right. My last friend was like that.
Really?
Hmm?
Which one? Not the one that put you in the chain.
The one that gave me my belt.
I don't think Curie is quite that type. She's not going to try to get you to do something you don't want to do.
Right. Like rob a place.
If you don't want to be involved in the robbery, you don't have to.
Would it be better if I was there?
Probably.
Would it stop you guys from getting hurt?
Potentially.
All right.
As I said, we're not forcing you to do anything. If you want to back out at any time, you're welcome to.
I wanted to help Soul.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
Have you been to a wedding before?
No. No, I have not. Not like a real wedding like this. I mean, most in Kalimdor is just people.
Right.
You walk up, say you want to get hitched, they do the thing. Priest says a few words, walk away. Not really something you invite your friends and family for.
Have you been married then?
Me? No. No.
All right.
I'm on board just Vegas now.
Ugh.
Just Vegas.
No, but poor people don't do weddings.
Has the
Just woke up,
pirate
wanna get
princess
hit.
filed paperwork somewhere?
Oh boy.
Totally forgot about her. She's in the crowd at the wedding.
We head back
Oh,
to
man.
where the guards are, and I'm going to dispel my sleep spell.
Just kick him awake.
Nah, I dispel it.
Oh,
Oh, you're all right. You fell over.
oh, shit. Please don't tell that we fell over.
Of course.
Oh, thank you.
Are you ready to go to a party?
We have a wedding to attend.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, you
We
said
changed our
party.
mind.
Okay.
We changed our
Okay,
mind. We don't need
let's
to
go
do
back.
the business down here. We can head back up. Especially if you're not feeling well.
Right.
Okay, just don't tell.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Are you allowed to go to the party?
We'll be there.
Will you dance with me?
They both look at each other and just. Are we allowed to lie to them? Yes. Yes.
You can lie to us if you want to.
Yes.
Was that a lie?
Yes.
Seems right. What was your name again?
My actual name or my job name?
Your real name, the name you use.
Name I use? Musk.
Musk.
Yeah.
Musk.
Pleasure to meet you. So the job pays well, working for the Xylos Saints.
Yeah, I've just got another year and I should have enough to retire and live comfy in one of the smaller villages away from the family.
And you're not worried they're just going to like murder you on a whim.
No, I visit my brother each year. He had the job previously. Like, as long as you're good, they treat you like family.
Huh.
Maybe I should
Except for
job here.
Someone just became a made man the other day. Like, it's pretty good.
Consider it if our current line of work falls through.
Obviously, there's like less personal things like being called a number, but if you can put up with that for a couple of years, then get a bunch of money, go somewhere else, and then sometimes they may ask a favor of you, which you have to do, but
See, that's the catch I was waiting for.
Like what?
oh, I don't know. My brother's a guard at a bank, and he was asked to, leave a vault unlocked.
Oh,
Luckily,
see, that
he
sounds
did, or else
easy.
I'd probably be dead.
Right. But leaving something unlocked seems pretty easy.
Yeah, see? Something simple, and that's his favor done. Picking up pig poo for a living.
Probably.
Well, that was my other option. The pig farm. Well, the son of a pig farmer.
Got that.
All right. To the wedding. You still got to get changed, and we're running late.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. Anything happening in the manor? Or are you just all getting ready for the wedding? I saw you had a little monologue to yourself, curiosity, concerning with the fact that it's running late. You may have to go with Aeos.
Yeah, I did.
I'd like to use my monologue token on Savannah right now.
Yeah, okay. It's great. Curiosity is concerned because they're not back yet, and she's just kind of sitting there thinking to herself, like, I'm really about to have to take fucking Aeos as a date to this wedding.
There is Saul. There is someone else. As
He's like
you
10, okay? That's weird.
Thank you.
I think
Then
it's
she
Saul's
thinks
waiting.
about it.
That's
And then
like-
she thinks about it some more and is like, that does sound like way better than having to like talk to somebody I don't know.
Like 30 in human years at the rate birds live.
It'll be 40 tomorrow.
And
So imagine
least-
she's like,
all
she's like halfway through working herself up to being like, Aeos, have you ever gone on a date? And they come back.
As soon as Saul was on his own for just like a minute, he ripped his sleeves off and then was beset by tailors again who put them back on.
Oh, I did post a picture in Discord of what I'm wearing to the wedding in case anyone's interested.
Oh boy. Of course you did.
Nice.
It's a burgundy suit with a black silk top and all of her many amulets.
You're all waiting in the little foyer area for everyone to get dressed and back, and you see in the corner, because they have been with you the whole time, just very quiet, there is Ashrin and Zemnian. Zemnian's like pulling at the clothes, like, bye. It's like just broody. In black as well. They know who needs black. It's the broody people.
Should I be bringing the drums? Do they need music?
Yeah, I mean, they'll have a band.
Um,
If you want to ask the band to play with them, I don't know what the band will say.
right.
Fulham
y'all
comes
look-
running in, like half shirt, half pulled on, like rolls up the sleeves, has it unbuttoned in the front, is wearing this as casually as he possibly can.
Sammy goes, Asher, see, he's allowed to be casual. Why can't I? Where to put his daggers is really frustrating. Hey,
Do they not give you a belt? You can just kind of stick him in the back there and cover him with the jacket.
little Asher gives you a kill. Dare you tell him he can wear his daggers? Okay, so you head to the wedding in the garden. It's a massive garden. Obviously, there are hundreds of people. A lot of the servants walking around. You see old Musk beside as a bodyguard. And you see a familiar blue figure in a white dress. Around meeting people. She catches your eye.
Colin!
And she goes pale blue.
Do not say anything, Koza. Do not. We don't know her. All right?
But we do know her.
No, we don't know her. Pretend like you don't know her.
All right.
We'll talk about it later.
I'm not very good at lying.
That's going to be a problem.
Awful lot of whispering going on during someone else's wedding.
There's nothing wrong. We don't know anyone.
Good.
You look nice, Kiri.
You think you want to do during the wedding ceremony itself, or are we just skipping that?
I want it all like
Yeah.
like I want the
Narrated?
full. Yeah.
Okay, halfway through the wedding ceremony, the city guard raid the place.
What?
That probably would happen, but no. Everything goes off without a hitch, and then you got the little thanks for coming, the meeting
Well,
at the reception.
One hitch.
No, they didn't get married without a hitch. If anyone has a reason why these two should not be married, please speak up now. Koza, anything?
I don't know who
Well,
the
it's just-
groom is.
The groom is Aurelius's older brother.
Right.
She wasn't there to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fulham is just staring at Koza. She is just any indication she's about to speak. He says something.
Oh,
just
no.
Hey,
She has her hands on her knees. Like she's been trained to like kids in the car when they're like, just put your hands on your knees. Stop touching your brother. She's like, that's what she's doing. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to do something wrong. So I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to sit here and stare at the pew in front of me. But when the ceremony's over and they kiss, she is crying because she cries at weddings.
Oh, I assume
Who
they say a
doesn't?
name for her besides Black Viper.
yeah.
What if you would just literally like, do you, the Black
Black
Viper,
Viper.
take this? The first Xylo Saintson.
Okay. Casey.
Musgraves?
What? I
He
didn't
doesn't
hear
know who that is. He
The
doesn't know
singer.
country stars.
She's a singer.
Is that with a K or a C?
C. Her last name doesn't matter anymore because she's taken over Alice's last name.
She's
so
not
we're all
Xylo
good.
Saint. Okay, that's fair.
It shows Casey because she cases the joint.
Stupid.
You're
No, it's
stupid.
good.
Shut up.
puns.
Go,
No,
Barry.
it's good.
Inspiration to myself.
It's just so beautiful.
Are you glad, David? Are you glad you brought us to your house?
Very.
Is this what
yeah.
you wanted?
Is
This how you like it?
Yeah, we had the discussion over the break of the whole what's your family like Brady Bunch cross with like the Sopranos, like Godfather come to your son's
God, I
wedding.
need that hindsight spell so bad.
Why? All it's gonna tell you is like this was a great idea.
You're doing a great job.
Such a beautiful
Hey,
ceremony.
at the
I think
reception,
curiosity
you know,
is too a little bit like, dear,
is there like a hint there, Fowler? It's been a couple of months.
They're getting married.
Can everybody just chill the fuck out?
You guys are already married. There's no pressure.
You got the little thank you, like thanks for coming afterwards, where the bride and groom are meeting everyone, and then it comes to you guys, and the bride's just staring like, thank you so much.
I was just like, it's lovely to meet you.
For the first time ever.
For the
right?
first time.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
I'll roll a deception check.
I have a +5 to insight. I'm rolling an insight.
Yes.
I have a 17 deception.
Natural 20.
Oh, it doesn't
No.
matter.
21.
You know the truth already.
No, on deception.
Oh,
I also rolled a natural 20 on insight.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use my
fuck.
inspiration because I'm gonna be doing the recap next time anyway. We know this.
Yes, do it.
So
20.
that's better. That's only 16 insight though.
I had a 23 insight.
Okay.
Or no, 22. I can't add, but yeah.
Still beats mine. It's only
Dang it, we're
21
gonna
even with
play
a natural
some
20.
D&D today.
Saul believes everything. So, okay, man.
That's
The other
exactly
two is
what
just
Saul
like-
sounds like. Oh my god.
I think Tholin's given away because he goes, "Pleasure to meet you, Katie." And he does do the little like wink, like I know it, and that everyone sees it.
Oh, the
Thanks,
same wink
Casey.
you gave the princess, the
Yeah,
pirate princess. That same
Yeah.
wink.
yeah.
It's familiar.
All right,
does it just look slightly panicked? We go to our table, sit down.
Yeah.
Well, that was a beautiful ceremony. It's better in the Feywild. There's a lot more like lights and colors.
That sounds lovely. So, how do you know the bride?
What?
What? We don't know her. Never met her before. Never.
I just
She
look
starts
at Avelios.
eating the tablecloth.
I'm just looking at Avelios like,
I mean, you guys had clearly met. All right.
All right.
I didn't pick up on you full one, but
Just lean in. Is there anyone around? Nobody's gonna hear.
it's a wedding.
Fair.
Somebody's
I wait until they start
around.
doing their
Or toast.
toasts. Yeah. And nobody can hear because the
God.
mic's
really
not working
quiet,
and they're
but
all way
one
too
person
far away.
speaking, and then
An
it's
hour
just
long.
like those in the back.
Hey, internet, if you're having a wedding, don't fucking do toasts. Don't do them.
Just say, so the bride is the Viper.
Oh, so you're writing stories now.
No, we just met her like 30 minutes ago. Well, an hour and 30 minutes ago because we just
Kozo,
had a
if you
wedding.
shake your head any harder, your hair is going to escape.
Can I do that?
I don't know, can it?
Koza, you back me though that's
Right, yes, no, it was definitely her. Or, it mostly could have been her. I don't know if there are other blue people here, but we couldn't see half of her face.
well, judging by the expression she was giving us, it seemed pretty likely that it was her.
Was that surprise? Yes.
Deal the confirmation. You see that little creature just go running along the garden.
Yep, that's her pet.
Yes, but we're not supposed to say anything about it. She's busy tonight.
Yes.
Is that
Oh,
moment
that's
in the
true.
TV show when we all just turn in unison and look at Avelios?
She's your sister
What?
now.
yeah, that's really exciting. It'll make planning the whole thing really easy. Like, we won't have to sneak anyone into the castle. We can find an empty room.
Plus, we have leverage. I can probably get her back down to 15%
Of what?
of the take. Had to agree to 21% of.
21%.
Hmm.
That's highway robbery.
Well, it was going to be 20, but someone's got to figure out some negotiating tactics.
Yes, I got the final deal.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so 20%. I figured there's probably a good amount in there. She's going to do a lot of the legwork for us.
There might be nothing in there. What if there's nothing in there?
Well, the
21% of nothing is not a lot.
It's not.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's a tower with a strange recluse in there. There's got to be something worthy in there.
What if he's dead?
Then we get a tower.
A lot easier.
Then it's not really stealing at this point.
It's grave robbering.
Well, no.
Unless he
You're
was
allowed
buried with it.
from the table in front of you when you go, it's grave robbery.
Well, actually, since we have Avelios at our table, we're probably pretty close up
Oh, yeah,
to the
Do we even get to
table.
sit at the same table as Avelios?
Avelios brought you.
Oh, okay.
You're his responsibility, and because Sol keeps trying to rip off his sleeves,
I only did it
You're-
once.
you're sent to the back.
Do you know how expensive those sleeves were?
He's ripping off his sleeves. Everyone knows that Fallen and Zemnian have knives.
It's just like, they're here. Let's just put them up back. Like, we have a reputation.
I've done nothing.
It's true.
You're associated. You gave them the filthy look when they called their staff by number.
Sure.
Which is fair enough, but they're like, oh, okay. You're
Yeah,
with all the
they're
other
giving
stuff.
people numbers.
Yeah, it's bad, but then again, they're a crime family. They really can.
Right. So let's not talk about it now, right? Let's just have fun. It's a night of revelry. Dance and get drunk. Celebrate.
Start a revolution. What? Nobody said that.
Do there need to be a revolution?
It's the wrong crowd for that, friend.
Well,
They
tomorrow
run
there'll
this
be
town.
more
They
of
don't
us.
want a revolution.
But the 300 servants they have. A small army in here.
We're the legitimate lords of the town, too. So, like, the guard works for us.
So were the king and queen of France.
Yeah, but they're paying their staff members really well that they could retire.
Mm-hmm. I doubt they'll take
But-
our side.
Bosun can persuade anyone of anything.
To
Apparently.
take 21%. Okay, the party bit starts. The little speeches are over. I guess you all just roll a d20 and tell me who got the largest number.
Oh boy.
If you're an awkward number, you either need 6 people or a 5-sided die.
12.
At 20.
Okay, Avelios, you're looking around, and then some person somehow mistakes you for your older brother, and congratulates you on the wedding. And he introduces himself as Seamus Magister.
In front of us?
No, in front of Avelios. He doesn't know who he is.
Right.
I just realized that.
Nice to meet you, friend. It's actually my brother got married. I understand. We look a lot alike.
Yes, you do. I just wanted to thank you for inviting me. And if you need anything, just need any more fabric or any more tailoring, just let me know.
Oh, you provided the fabric.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. You did a great job, friend. I'm loving everyone's
Except
outfits.
there's that one person. Is he trying to rip those sleeves off?
I will not be contained. And, like, the wings fly out.
That's how good the fabric is that
Oh.
Saul literally cannot rip the sleeves off of this one.
Just like, just the death stare at him. It's like, oh,
It's alright, it's just the seams. Koza
yeah,
starts
you
sewing.
you tell your family, or if you need anything, just let me know. Like, I do deliveries to other towns. Like,
Absolutely. You know, we're setting up our own little town down south here. If I could have your address, you know, I could put you in touch with our merchants, and we can maybe try and get some stuff going on.
he provides you with contact details, and he had the card out before you even started. You get a feeling maybe he knew you lived somewhere else, and it's like, oh, it's just all around. He knew you weren't your brother.
All right, yeah, I'd take it.
That foot in the door somehow.
Well, again, thanks. Excellent work here. I greatly appreciate it, even if some of them don't.
Well,
But yeah,
enjoy your
being-
brother's wedding. I'm gonna go mingle with other people.
Yeah, I see you got a nice stack of cards there. Yeah, it's a good place for
You watch-
networking.
You're watching walk off to one of your other brothers, and it's like, congratulations on the wedding.
As Aeos gets back, it's just, and there's this guy we need to find. His name is Seamus Magister. He's apparently has the passwords or something to get through the traps that we're gonna find at the place.
It's
I'll
just
just-
Saul and Bolin at the table. Curiosity and Koza are off dancing and drinking
So-
wine.
So he tells Saul, so if you find a guy named Seamus Magister, Magic card,
I'll just hold the card
I can't remember.
in front of your face. as
That
you
one.
talk.
That guy. If you find him, we need to talk to him.
He's over there.
Oh,
He just gave me his card.
Maybe
you
we
seem
go-
nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking go talk to him tomorrow or something. I don't know why we need to talk to a tailor about breaking into, Lord Wafflestone's house, but
Saul, did you have an idea?
No, I was just gonna say I don't think we should, jump him at a wedding, especially with
No problem.
all the security around.
Yeah, and we kind of need those two, and they're just dancing over there, and we probably need everyone in their right mind.
Oh,
And
I
I've
thought you were
drank
gonna say
way
we
too
need
many of
everyone over
these.
in the dance.
yeah, that's what
Dance
I was
circle.
going to say. That's why I'm over here. It's highly inappropriate. You two should be out there dancing as well. All right, we're guests here.
I'm not really a dancer.
Well, you better
Uh,
learn for curiosity's sake. Koza's a good teacher. Come on.
I don't
It,
even know
like,
what that
starts to drag
is
him.
that she's doing over there. It's sort of hand waving, and it's confusing. Is that a tiefling thing?
I'm
She's being
literally
dragged-
just doing whatever Koza is doing.
Koza's doing a lot of like hippy dippy moves. All hips and waist and hands.
Very similar to Ashton's little. She's a druid. If she's not dancing like a hippie from the 70s, just what?
We're
a
basically
free
having a
spirit.
fairy circle right now.
Yes, yes. As soon as
Hands dragged in there and being death stared by people. It's like, it's like, help me. It's like a cat about to get him. Help me.
As
Looks
soon-
over at
Fallen,
you, Fallen.
meets his eyes like, I don't know what to do.
as soon as Saul walks up, Koza grabs his hands and starts dancing with him.
Yeah, which they do, and I think they probably figured out some kind of dance that incorporates being able to fly,
Yeah.
and maybe do that before some other people are like, hey, get down from there. You can't fly at a wedding.
Shall not go on tables then.
I think this place is too classy for that.
I think you should.
Look over to your current table, and there's one of the wait staff looking at. How did this tablecloth get chewed?
Oh,
Like,
well, then you should be dancing.
I looks like Carrie. I don't really know much how to dance. I'd ask you because I feel like that's the thing they do in the books, but I'm just gonna make a fool of myself.
Is that not what the rest of us are doing?
Wait, what?
I
No, you're amazing.
that is
and
what
actually
everyone else
talented.
is doing. Don't worry about it.
Come on.
All right, just teach me how, I guess.
Koza goes up behind Folan and starts moving him like ghost style.
Oh god.
Your just laughing so hard. Like, this is the
You have
funniest
to
thing.
relax.
This isn't even how everyone else is dancing. I don't really know why
Yes,
we're doing
Fallen.
this way.
You have to relax.
Could you do me a
Okay.
favor? Could you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
That doesn't sound like a favor.
Sounds like a phase.
Wisdom sucks as well.
Oh boy, this is my favorite saving throw too. I'll roll this on.
It's all of our favorite saving throws for you to make.
That's a 7.
You are charmed. Oh, can you not be charmed?
Oh wait, I have advantage on being charmed.
Mm-hmm.
You do have
This is my-
inspiration.
I'll roll it again. That's an 18.
Oh.
So you feel as Koza starts like humming in your ear, you feel this magic start to wash over you, and you're like, yeah, no, I really like starting to relax, and then you realize that she's using magic on you.
He'll let it happen.
Okay.
He's very bad at this, and
Demnian has the biggest grin on his face, like, sucker, you look more stupid than I do.
No, he looks very elegant when he is dancing. If Koza's in control.
He's meant to be the broody type to Zemnian, so it's just like, haha, that's not brooding.
Do I know this is happening?
You, I
How
don't know.
drunk are you?
Not very.
not
You know,
enough.
Folan, he doesn't like to dance. The
enough.
next second he's busting out these moves, something's wrong.
He's letting it happen so he can impress curiosity.
I'll let it go.
At like after a little bit, after like 5 minutes, she'll like break away from him and let him do his own thing with Curie, and she goes back to Saul and dances with him.
I'm thinking about her standing behind Folan for a full 5 minutes.
No. The ghost thing was only for like
Okay.
15 to 30 seconds, and then she charmed him and moved around him and started dancing in front of him.
Also picturing the humming into ears is like a little jump up, like,
Oh yeah.
just slightly gotta get higher.
She stands on a chair behind him.
And yeah, we're coming to the end of the session. I think this is wedding dancing fun. Just
Very
night
successful
goes on.
wingmanning.
And that's what
goes
levels
on.
us,
We'll
guys.
have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
At
telling
a
you
crime
love it.
family's wedding where the bride
haven't even
is a
kissed.
thief.
Ugh.
I didn't say it in character.
What? Did I miss something?
I said, now tell her you love her.
And I said, they haven't even kissed.
That we've seen.
No! We're just making shit up now.
I don't know. You told me that you two had a little fake date off game time just to have it happen. Yeah, so you may have for all we know.
No kissing. We wouldn't rob the people
Inside
of
check.
that.
No,
Uh-huh.
please.
Inside check.
I got a 6.
I
don't
have to
know.
wear this. If I have to wear this jacket, you have to inside.
Like we would rob our fans of that moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a good moment unless one of you die before then.
That's what happened last time.
That's what's gonna make it a good moment.
Listen, I played the long game with in-character romances
Well, yeah,
with
you live
Savannah's
to be like
characters.
800, so you can afford to.
Look, I'll wait till I don't want to be tied down till I'm at least 400. So.
Can you just wait 200 years?
No. No, I'll die.
It'll just be bones by then. Not even skin and bones.
Or
Okay, this is Sean's sign-off period.
All right, my thing.
Carry
All right.
out.
I never know how much bullshit we're gonna get into in the post game. Thank you everyone
A lot.
for watching. If you enjoyed this, you'll surely enjoy everything else we've got going on the channel. You can see our full schedule below. Our next stream after this one is actually going to be on Thursday. It's going to be Wild Space. It's more D&D 5e in space. So come join us for that at 8 o'clock Eastern time. On Thursday. The rest of our schedule is below, and you can check all of that out. As I plugged at the beginning, on Friday, Savannah's going to be doing her show on Encounter Roleplay at 3 o'clock Eastern time. And then I forgot to talk about the beginning, and I feel like Savannah would probably do a better job talking about what you have going on Monday over on Cobalt Press's Twitch channel.
yeah, my DM is in chat.
Oh, really?
Well, she was. She's still here. It's Lydia, everyone. Yeah, on Monday, August 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing in a new D&D campaign run by your friend and mine, the Half-Ass Tournament, aka Lydia. We're playing D&D, and we're gonna be using Cobalt Press's new supplement, Deep Magics. You should check it out. It's in a store. It's available. You should buy it. You should spend your money on it because it's freaking worth it. But yeah, it's called A Lesson in Deep Magics, and we just had our session 0 yesterday. Boy,
By the cackling I could hear from our living room,
we had a 3.5 hour session 0 yesterday. It's gonna be really good. So it's a ton of new magic things. If you like having magic in your campaigns, there are new cleric domains, there are new subclasses, there are new patrons, there are new entire types of magic. I think all told on the Cobalt Press page, it says there are like 700 new spells or something. It's a ton of stuff. So check out the supplement. But yeah, starting Monday, twitch.tv/Cobalt Press, we're going to be playing. I'm being sold out in the chat. Our session 0 was 3.5 hours. Some of it was appropriate to the game we were playing. But it's really fun. It's a really great supplement. We're also using some from their Midgard settings, so some of those gods are going to show up. All that good stuff. So check it out. But yeah, it's going to be Mondays, 16 weeks starting on Monday. Twitch.tv/Cobalt Press, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is going to be an incredibly magic heavy, shenanigans heavy, and maybe some romance there in between campaign. So coming out with us. I'm really excited. Really, really excited. We're going to try to play Careless Whisper at least once per session. I've said it live on the internet, Lydia. You can't stop it now.
Can't stop the signal.
All right. Like I said, check out the rest of our schedule for all sorts of fun stuff we do here every week. And that's it. Does anyone else have anything they want to plug or talk about? No. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Barry, for running it. And we will see everyone same time, same place next week. And until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Never gonna